Welcome back to another Mr. Harris RYC YouTube page. Feeling good. I hope you're feeling good. I'm feeling pretty great today. Just body feels great, you know, just feeling optimistic about life. You know, so I hope we're finding you in a good place. And if we're not finding you in a good place, hopefully this video will help you, you know, find a good place. Because I'm already excited, Rick, because I see who you got up. You got Dimash up and
Dimash and
Placido Domingo.
And they're going to be doing the Pearl Fishers duet.
Okay. All right, let's get into it. We already know, once again, we talk about expectation, right? And here's the hard part for singers, because we know Dimash, we're expecting him to be amazing. Man, what pressure. But he always delivers, doesn't he? All right, so let's see what we got today. All right. So this was different.
A little bit different.
I wasn't expecting this, Rick. You didn't warn me that we listened to a classical piece. This is probably our first time covering a classical piece on the show. Was this still like some kind of like contest or something like?
No, this is an event. It's called the Enfant du Temple Saint.
Yeah.
That happens every year. I'm not specifically sure what
Yep.
the event is about,
Yep.
but I do know that Placido Domingo is a well-known musician, and he just turned 84 years old.
Oh my gosh.
84-year-old Spanish opera singer.
Woo! Man. And you know what's crazy? If you close your eyes, did he sound like he was 80? Did he sound like he was 70, 60, 50? You know, he sounded like a right tenor. He sounded amazing. And that says, I didn't know that. Thank you for sharing that. That's one of the things I was going to suggest and say, man. His voice sounded pretty young. When I saw the duet, I saw them standing each other. First of all, Dimash looks mature. Or the word is really mature, right? He looked manly in this shot. Do you feel like that way? Like, man,
Yeah.
he looks very mature. Maybe that's the look he was going for, and maybe it makes sense to to accompany each other. But it says something about the muscle, right? You know, I teach our singers that like this is a muscle. Your vocal cord is a muscle. You have to constantly keep training it and exercising it. If you don't use it, you lose it, and that's a very, very true statement. And so if you exercise that muscle, you're not gonna be the same singer at 25 that you'll be at 75, 80. But man, now I want to go Google this Placido and see what he sounded like at 25, 30 when he was very mature as a young, mature, powerful teenager. Man, but he sounded really good, man. Really, really good. I know there's a lot of singers who wish they could still sing. And if you think I'm wrong, look at, for those of us who listen to like, mainstream artists, when we look at the Chaka Khans of the world or the Patti LaBelles of the world, I'm not talking about those who are like folk singers or country singers who don't sing in full voice, but I mean those that use a lot of power. Stevie Wonder, one of my favorite. He can't sing all of those songs the same way. The muscle can't support that as you were when you were a kid. So you guys know, send me something of Placido when he was younger, and because I know his voice had to even be stronger than that. But he sounded absolutely amazing. I thought this was really, really good. They accompany each other pretty well on this. I also felt. Now here's the other thing, right? And this is where you gotta appreciate Dimash. Is there any form or any genre or any language he cannot do? Now, he's great for classical music. He's great for musicianship because here's a guy who young people follow and love. But now we'll listen to this and we can appreciate more aggressive music because of him. There are a lot of people who are going to listen to this classical piece who would never listen to a classical piece. But I'm going to listen to it because Dimash is singing it. And Dimash, that's power. Like, first of all, it's two things. It's the power that he has of influence and to introduce his audience to like all styles, because we've heard this guy do so much. I'll be naming forever the different styles of music that he does. But it also says something about him. Who can do that? Yo, who can do a pop song, Rick? Turn around and get a good nap, get a good night's sleep, then turn around and do a classical piece, then go ahead and do like a motion picture kind of piece. Then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do a strong ballad. Then I'm gonna go ahead and do like, this guy is just like, he's pretty dope, man. And he doesn't like just do it like, it doesn't sound like a pop dude singing classical or a classical dude trying to sing pop. When he sings in that genre, he does that genre. And so that means he's a great student to the music as well. So he's got to know like, hey, when I sing this style of music, we do it. These are the rules. Like for those of us that play, when you play blues versus playing jazz, it's not the same. You don't spread these crazy chords out when you play blues, right? When you play jazz, you use a sharp 5, you use the 9th and 11th chords. Those are just certain rules you just gotta follow. And he knows them, you know. So big up to Dimash. How's this doing? When did this come out?
This came out, I believe, 2 weeks ago. It's at like 500,000.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yes.
Well, big ups. I hope young people.
1 million.
Oh wow. It's Dimash. I mean, I hope young people check it out, and allow their ears to, or their palate, to also appreciate some good classical music. And here's what I would say in closing. You know, we still have yet to see the best of Dimash. You know, it's fact. This is not my wishful thinking. It's fact. This guy is a student, and as long as you remain a student, you will continue to grow. I've never met him, but I know he does not have that spirit of. He does not have the spirit of I've arrived. I'm a star. I'm the best singer. I'm the best today. Then I worked hard to get here. You even hear people talk like that. I worked hard to get here. Well, I can tell Dimash wants to be there, then there, then there, then there. And so like there's no telling until he says stop that where he can go. And so it makes it very exciting because you're always wondering like, what are you gonna do next? What are you gonna do next? And I still have my fingers crossed because I'd love for him to do a song for a movie or something that the whole world gets to know how amazing Dimash is and how blessed he is to have that talent and how blessed we are to experience it. So again, Dimash, great job. Appreciate you. So in closing, y'all know we're Dimash fans over here, ain't nothing new. Continue to pop things in the loop, in the comments, some likes and some shares. I do have a question. And I would love to hear your comments on this. When you listen to music, whether it's in your language or not, how many of us don't care what the words say at the first, in the beginning, and you really just go on how the music feels, how the beat feels, and how the singer is singing the song? Am I the only one who does that? I don't care if it's in English, if it's in another language. I mean, I hear the chorus of the song, but everything else, I gotta go back and hear the words later. But there's so much I'm into with the music and the artist performing the song. What about you, Rick?
I'm the same.
You're the same way?
I'm the same, because I usually use music for when I'm doing active things. So if I'm running, I'm not necessarily listening to the lyrics, I'm listening to how the music makes me feel.
Yeah. I'm curious, because I know some people say, no, the words of that song really made my heart feel. I'm like, yo, I never listened to the words. I'm curious if that's you. I'm talking about when you first listen to a song, are you really focusing on the words? Or are you focusing on the other stuff and how music makes you feel? Put that in your comments. I'm curious to know how you feel about that. Mainly with Dimash, are you really listening to the words Dimash says, or the amazing stuff he's doing with his vocals? All right, end party. Make sure you love yourself. Any love you got left over, give me some. Share it with your next door neighbor, because the world's in need of love. All right, bye.